My problem was this. I felt like it was like, come to us. Come to us. HCG will solve your problems, and I believe it does. I told you the place that I went to was a little different from what everybody else has done in the different forums. My problem was I said, okay, I will try your ways, and then when we came to the maintenance phase, they kind of like threw me off a cliff and said, good luck.
Good luck. Not realizing now that you are in a place that is more vulnerable psychologically than you were before you even lost the weight. You are now in a position. 100%.
I was like, where's my parachute? Oh, you don't need one. You'll be fine.
No, you just need to check your weight every day. Carry a scale with you, and you're going to do a steak day.
And then you're going to eat steak.
And then you're going to avoid all sugar and starches for the rest of your life. Permanently.
I was like, what?
So easy.
That was the part where I was just like, all right.
Well, and then you're dealing with feelings of, I'm freaking hungry. I'm excited to eat. I want to go back out. I want to go get some food. I want some diversity. So it's that primal part of the brain that is really driving your behavior with food at that point, but there is no control big enough.
Yes. Holy cow, you are so right. That's exactly what I went through, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually the part of the, like, this is like what I call this is the part of the story. This is like the fine print in the contract that you sign.
Yeah.
Nobody reads until you get it. You're like, oh, you want me to jump off a cliff without parachute?
You want me to jump off a cliff? And you basically stuff down these feelings of desire for cheese.
I can't have cheese. I can't have anything. I can eat. I have no carbs.
Just take tons of selfies and try to get tons of like positive reinforcement and hope I don't want to eat because I'm getting such positive reinforcement that I no longer eat. There are people that do that post pictures, that continue to do this stuff in hopes that it will keep them from that animal brain that wants to eat to compensate. And they're closet eating too. And they probably have some bulimic tendency around, I'm just going to exercise so that gives me lenience to be able to eat like a normal human being. So now that's the insanity. This is where people who come to me say, how do you know what you're talking about? Because you've never been obese. It's like,
I don't even.
You don't have to be obese. You just have to be stuck in that crazy train. In fact, it's harder for people who are thinner because they have something to defend. So they have paranoia, shifty eyes,
It's not the number, it's the brain.
It is the brain. I'm so glad you confirmed that for me. I'm like, it has nothing to do with your adipose tissue.
It's whether you're 13% body fat or 43% body fat. It doesn't matter. It's your brain's perception to your body image and all the things that you attach to that body image that can make or break you, literally. Like,
you're correct. So
I told you when I started, I don't want to be crazy. I feel like what happened prior to our first speaking was that this triggered a crazy part of my brain, and my other brain understood that, and I was like, I need you because this is not okay.
This is not okay. Well, and you've been to some degree stuck in this cycle, right? Yeah. But what the protocol did is sped it up.
Oh my God, it did, and put me
made it smaller. It's a smaller, faster cycle versus a slower, larger cycle. Same cycle. That's the binge eating cycle. It's the same cycle for you binge eaters. You're just not willing to diet that often. Some people never actually get to dieting. They're waiting for far future after they divorce this douchebag, after their kids are out of school. They think they'll diet then. So they just spend years and years and years dieting. That's how you get 200, 300 pounds. Then, it's the same cycle between body image and the way you're eating. Same cycle. The problem is once you start losing that weight and you have that pressure to manage it, to keep it, I want to pull back a little bit, rewind. It's when you lose weight and use it to define your worth. Remember how you had said the problem is when you start to use this as a symbolic meaning of your worth or your lack of worth. So people who are binge eaters, they truly, there's a lot of shame that goes into their body image because they believe thinner people are more valuable, that life would be more valuable if they were thinner. They have some idea or fantasy. If you've never been thin, you have a fantasy about life for thin people. That is absolute fantasy. And you don't question it. There's no thought about it, right? Wouldn't you agree you did the same thing to a certain extent? Thinner people have more fun, they have more freedom, they get more, and some of it is true, meaning you're getting more attention. You're getting, you know, we could look at the discrimination. Of course it's true to some degree, but to think that they're happier or that they appreciate their life is coming from a context of feeling isolated and held captive by your morbid obesity. They don't have that relative comparison. So they may not even appreciate their thinness. In fact, they're taking their thinness and making it not thin enough. Thinking that...
Oh, yes, that is so true, because you're like, well, if I did this good, I could do even better. Then you get super crazy. Then you're just like, oh, now I can, basically you think about yourself like a piece of steak, and you're like, what if I trim all visible fat? So like, you know what I mean?
Yes, and then I have all this skin, and I have stretch marks, and then I got to remove. It never ends because you're always chasing the mirage, and it's a mirage you're creating from your state of victimization around your own life, that you believe there's a better life out there and the one you have isn't good enough.
100%.
That's the state of survival mode. Hi, you guys. Sorry, but if you want to watch the whole video, click the link below, join Patreon, become a patron of Weight Loss Apocalypse, and you're going to get full access to all of my most recent videos. There's more conversation. I'm more actively involved in the conversations, and you're going to get exclusive access to the content of my newest projects, and you'll be able to support getting those projects out there to the public. So hope to see you there.